Hi everyone, we have the holidays coming up. We have Thanksgiving right around the corner. So I wanted to hop on here and give you all some helpful tips throughout the holidays that I like to incorporate just to help keep me on track during this time with my own health and fitness goals. I know that the holidays can sometimes be stressful for people just because you're in situations that are outside of your normal healthy routine, but it doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy yourself. So I hope that these tips help somebody along this holiday journey. So tip number one, I like to plan ahead. So if I know that I have a holiday meal coming up, I like to plan my other meals accordingly to where they're going to be full of nutrients, lean protein, lots of vegetables, lots of water. It just helps me to balance out the rest of my day. Because let's be honest, most holiday meals consist of higher calorie, higher carb items. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't have them. I will still enjoy those foods from time to time, but when I know I'm going into a situation to where I am going to enjoy those types of foods, I plan my other meals to be super nutritious, vegetables, protein, lots of water. Tip number two, when I do go to that holiday event or party, I still like to focus on getting protein and vegetables when I'm there too, if I can, if it's available. I'll try to make that the first thing that I get. I don't eat a ton of it, but I'll try to start my meal with it so that way it helps to keep me from overindulging in the other areas. Now, if I'm in a situation where I don't have access to protein and vegetables, that's okay. I move on to my tip number three, which is to practice self-control. Practicing self-control, it takes practice. I've had to work on it for years. I used to be a chronic overeater when I went to special occasions, but over the last few years, I have really worked on that, and it's helped so much. I focus on stopping when I am satisfied. So if I'm going into a holiday event and I know that I want to have some of those yummy treats that I love, I'll have them. I won't restrict myself, but what I do is I slow down and then I stop having them when I feel satisfied, whether that's a few bites, whether that's half a cookie, whatever it is. If I'm satisfied, I'm like, that was good. I feel good right now, and I'm putting it away. So that way it lets me enjoy some of the yummier foods that I'm looking forward to without overdoing it. Tip number four, let's say I do overindulge a bit. I don't guilt trip myself over it, and I don't punish myself over it. If you focus on keeping your healthy routine most of the time, that one unhealthy meal is not going to ruin your progress. I promise you that. There's no point in making yourself feel guilty or punishing yourself by going on a 10-mile run or whatever it is. Just let yourself enjoy that meal. Let yourself enjoy your time with your friends and your family without feeling guilty over it, and just move on. It's not going to ruin everything. And then to add on to that, let's say you do go into Thanksgiving this Thursday and you make a conscious decision that you want to eat healthy. That's fine too. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty over that. Don't let someone make you feel guilty for wanting to stick to healthy, nutritious choices. I've been in plenty of situations to where I've been at a special occasion and I've made that decision and someone makes me feel guilty about it. Like, why aren't you eating this? Why aren't you drinking that? Because I don't feel like it. I don't want to. I don't know when it became normal to make people feel weird about making healthy choices, but I don't like it. If your choices are not hurting yourself or someone else, there's really no point in making someone feel guilty about it. So again, don't feel guilty about your choices. Don't let other people make you feel guilty about them either. And then lastly, this is my favorite one. I call it the 80% full rule. It's very similar to eating until satisfied, but this 80% rule is something that I've followed for years now, especially through the holidays. And it has kept me from going through that yo-yo dieting of gaining 5 pounds, losing 5 pounds. Now, don't get me wrong, your weight does not define you. But I know for me, like when I gain 5 pounds on my 5'2" frame, like it's a lot for me. And I just don't feel good. I feel sluggish, I feel bloated, and that creating that better quality of life for ourselves is all about how we feel. It's about feeling our best. So Following that 80% full rule has helped me to keep that extra weight off during the holidays, and I follow it pretty much with every special occasion that I go to. I don't succeed every time. I'm not perfect, but 90% of the time I am, and it's been a game changer. So let's say I've got my Thanksgiving plate in front of me all loaded up with the good stuff, and I'm slowly eating my meal so that way I can recognize when I am 80% full. I put it away once I get to that point. Maybe I take a couple more bites, but I don't stuff myself. I stop when I'm 80% full so that way I can enjoy the rest of my day. I can enjoy the rest of my time with my friends and my family. My husband and I incorporate this all the time, and he has helped me a lot with it. So when we're out to dinner, a lot of times we split a meal instead of us both getting an entree, and I love it when we do that because I leave that dinner feeling good. I'm not stuffed, and then I can go about and enjoy the rest of my night, which is wonderful. So those are some tips that I like to use during the holidays. I hope that it helps someone throughout this time. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, send me a message, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving.